brand new from George Ezra. Dance All Over Me on Rylan on Saturday. Just had an email in from Jack. Rylan, as a Yank, I had to pull up an image of this Mr. Blobby you speak of. Good Lord, that's nightmare fuel. You should see a picture of it on Alice Beer's bed. That's enough. Coming up, we are going to be heading to Ribetha, and I'm going to be playing your ultimate tunes at Ribetha Rocks. Plus, another one of my favourite songs from my favourite debut album of all time, Lorene's Hill, not to be mixed up with Foot, I mean Heartbreak. As ever, this is Radio 2 on the BBC Sounds app, on your smart speaker, and on 88 to 91 FM.
BBC News at 5 o'clock. This is Anthony Birchley. Within the last hour, the Manchester United footballer Mason Greenwood has been charged with attempted rape, controlling and coercive behaviour and assault. All the offences relate to the same woman. The striker was arrested in January and has been suspended from playing or training with his club. He's due to appear before magistrates on Monday. The new Chancellor, Jeremy Hunt, has indicated a major shift in direction of economic policy on his first full day in the job after taking over from Kwasi Kwarteng in the wake of the mini-budget. Mr Hunt said difficult decisions lay ahead, including on public spending cuts. Our political correspondent Helen Catt reports.
The new Chancellor said that he agreed with Liz Truss's assessment that economic growth needed to be improved, but he said the government had made two big mistakes by cutting taxes for the highest earners and by announcing plans without publishing independent forecasts to show they could work, or as he put it, flying blind. Mr Hunt indicated that big changes would be made. There would be spending cuts and some tax rises. He also said that the Prime Minister's pledge of a significant increase to defence spending would depend on stability in the economic situation.
The Governor of the Bank of England has warned that interest rates might need to rise by more than previously thought. Speaking in Washington, Andrew Bailey said the bank wouldn't hesitate to raise rates to meet the inflation target, adding that might now need a stronger response. President Erdogan says 41 people are now known to have died in a blast at a coal mine in northern Turkey after rescuers recovered the last body. The explosion's being treated as an accident and is believed to have been caused by methane. Speaking on a visit to the site, President Erdogan said he wanted answers.
Of course, the nature of this explosion will be determined, and if there are any, the perpetrators will be revealed during the administrative and judicial investigations. These investigations have already started at different levels.
Sport, and England's men have made a winning start to the Rugby League World Cup, thrashing Samoa by 60 points to 6 in Newcastle. Earlier, England's women won their second game of the Rugby Union World Cup in New Zealand, beating France 13-7. Scotland were beaten by Australia 14-12. In the Premier League, Fulham and Bournemouth drew 2-2 and Nottingham Forest stay bottom of the table after losing 1-0 at Wolves. Leicester City remain in the relegation zone after a goalless draw with Crystal Palace. Leicester were booed off by some of their fans, and their manager Brendan Rodgers had no complaints.
I totally respect the supporters. If you're any team at the bottom of the league, then of course you're always going to have your critics. But for me, my dedication's with the players.